excuse me, they give me the New York fire gear. And so we go out there. I'm doing nothing except healing a line. I got the New York stuff on. And these poor guys have been digging at the towers every day. Now they're digging bodies out of a fuselage. And I'm just like, these poor guys.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
Nothing is good. So 4 hours later, we get relieved. And this guy comes up to me. And once you left the site, it looked like a block party. People are cooking. There's drinks. There's everything. So we go under yellow tape. And this guy comes up to me, and he's crying. He goes, "I heard what you guys said in Chicago." He goes, I'm not a fireman, but my brother Gene Whalen died in the towers."
Oh, fuck.
So I get his number. So we got all this money sitting in a bank, and everybody wants to do something with it. You know, we want to buy T-shirts. We want to do this. We want to do that. I go, no, this is. So I talked to Kelly, and so I called this guy up. We flew our Chicago widows out to New York. They gave the check in front of his brother's firehouse.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Dispatch. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We really do. Thank you for tuning in each and every week. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. If you find anything you guys like about the episode, didn't like, let us know. If there's anything you want to see that's different or a different episode, also let us know. This episode is brought to you by Rick Murphy Law Firm. They are out of Chicago. If you're looking for a work comp attorney, you're looking for wrongful death, anything like that, you guys, great law firm to work for. I know Rick Murphy personally. He's a fantastic guy. He treats you like your family. I know that for a fact. I've dealt with him personally. Our merch is out on beyondthedispatch.com. If you're looking for a shirt, you're looking for a koozie, you're looking for stickers, you're looking for a hat, anything like that, go to the beyondthedispatch.com. For today's guest, we have Pat McCauley. He is a retired Chicago firefighter. He is a part of the McCarthy Foundation out of Chicago. They do a bunch of great stuff. They raise money for firefighters, military. They do a bunch of great flag ceremonies that are flown in combat. Pat, welcome on the show, brother. How are you feeling?
Hey, very good, very good. Excited to be here.
Good,
and,
man.
Life is good. Hey, before we go any farther, I ordered something on Amazon for you.
Amazon?
They were policeman vitamins.
Oh, no. Is this the Flintstones? Oh, man, thank you. Look at that.
We knew that's the part of the job you miss the most. So.
Well, I mean, I have to take a bite then, right? Which one do I go with?
That's why you said no Dunkin' Donuts.
That's why you said no Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, thank you.
You feel like you're back on the job now, huh?
I do. I actually didn't really eat too many donuts, but they always had them in roll call or in the break room for sure. You know what? I'm just going to keep it right here, too. Do you want one?
I'll grab one in a minute.
All right, cool. Hey, listen, treat yourself.
Yeah, they came in fresh this morning. So
Where they make them fresh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Donut Den as well. Don't they make like these apple fritters or something like that? We used to get them so like we work nights, right? We would send somebody to go get like the fritters because they made them fresh that morning. So like 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd send a guy over and buy a bunch.
Life is good.
Life is good, brother. Well, tell everyone a little about yourself, man.
Retired from the military, retired from CFD after 32 years. Took a very wild walk starting on 9/11. And, just I can't describe the things that have happened. And it's just been a wild walk. We've done some great stuff. We've done some crazy stuff. Story I'll share later. We even had a Navy SEAL that was shot 7 times arrested at my house.
Oh, wow.
So like I said, we're the biggest bunch of knuckleheads. But we just got a call from the Marines. There was a Marine that served in combat. He went through a major divorce. Wife kept everything. He ended up dying. and we're going to present one of our 9/11 combat flags to his mother
Amazing.
because that'll be the only thing she has to. She's got one picture of him, and that's it.
That's awesome. And you guys do that all the time.
Yeah, right now we're working with a police department, Rhode Island. There was a young female Marine killed in Fallujah, so we're going to try to get one of our 9/11 combat flags. The flags are flown in combat, and they're raised at Ground Zero in New York. And before I have a couple things to show you to kind of show you what some of the stuff we do.
Absolutely. So what kind of what kind of units usually carry these flags? Like pilots? Is it infantry?
Mostly air crew.
Okay.
So we worked with the Navy. We had the whole F-18 squadron fly the flags. Our unit flew the flags. I flew the flags. A-10s, one of the flags was presented to New York fireman Chris Slutman that was killed in Afghanistan as a Marine.
Okay.
And I met the pilot, the A-10 pilot that flew the mission, and we invited him to go to New York, and he just can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, he goes, out of all the missions I flew, I can't. That's a very tough mission I flew.
Oh, that was heavy on a lot of people's hearts for sure.
So we have a great rapport with New York. But I want to get you in the mood of this conversation. I got a couple things to show you.
Oh, a few more things? All right.
Hold that.
Okay.
That is a bullet from Antietam. Have you ever heard of Antietam?
It sounds familiar.
Antietam was the bloodiest battle in U.S. history. 23,000 casualties in 12 hours.
Oh, wow. Well, this is old. So this has to be from what,
this is-
1800s?
That's a Civil War bullet.
Civil War bullet, yeah. For you guys, you can't see, it's a heavy slug. It's got 2 rings on the back, probably for rifling. But this slug's probably about almost the size of my thumb. It's huge.
This is the ship that we presented the first flag to.
Oh, let's go. The USS Cole. That's badass,
That was
brother.
a ship that was bombed in Yemen. They lost 17 sailors, and we did their final weapons testing before they went back to the fleet. So they brought us aboard the ship. They showed us where all their sailors were killed. The flag we presented is in the chow hall next to the flag that was flying in the ship the day it was blown up.
No shit. Is the camera on me, Meg? Yeah, put it on me so I can show. I want to show the plaque if you can see it for those who are watching. Perfect. Good enough. Oh, man, you got all these types of goodies here.
So here's something we put in with the flags. Oops, sorry about that.
You're good, brother.
The sand is from the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Oh, awesome.
The white pebbles is from the World Trade Center.
No shit. This is crazy.
So
Very
Iwo
cool.
Jima, about 5,000 Marines were killed.
It's just like tiny little black rocks.
So the gentleman that we're named after is named Joe McCarthy. He was a fireman at Truck 11 in Chicago.
Okay.
World War II happened. He got called up to the Marines. He was in the reserves. 2 Purple Hearts, a Bronze Star, Silver Star off Japan, and then he landed on Iwo Jima, and that's where he received the Medal of Honor.
So he's a badass.
Yeah. Oh, the guy, and actually, he's the one who started EMS after he seen what happened in Iwo Jima.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he was. I never met the man, but I was actually at Truck 11. That was in the Robert Taylor homes.
Okay.
And then I have something for you to read real quick.
Okay.
If you just read the first paragraph.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I'm going to mess up this last name for sure, but here we go. The name is Chester Frank Kwajawa. I'm a World War II. Did I hit that right? Yeah. Hey, look at that. I'm a World War II veteran, and I'm a U.S. Marine. I was 20 years old when I joined the Marines. I was in the 5th Marine Division, C Company, 2nd Platoon, and the 26th Regiment. In my division, there were 323 Marines who landed on the island of Iwo Jima. Out of those 323 Marines, I was one out of 4 in our company who walked off the island. Many Marines were missing in action, and many were severely wounded, but I was not harmed at all. That was a miracle. I was definitely being watched over.
So we get a call from the Marine Corps, and his daughter went into the recruiting office, and she wanted someone to be there when his wife of 80, she was 88, walked out with his urn.
Okay.
And so we had police, fire, and military there. This woman came out crying her eyes out that we remembered. So when people tell me they had a rough life, these are, we're so fortunate in this country.
Oh, absolutely.
And this belongs to a young Marine. We're going to give it back to him. This flag was carried all through Fallujah. He lost 18 Marines, and he has 3 Purple Hearts.
Oh, wow.
So that was the flag that he carried in his backpack.
That's awesome. Nice. Sorry, I'm just refilling that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we might need
That
to redo
flag
that.
actually was raised at Ground Zero, and it was actually flown for a year on Marine One, the presidential helicopter.
No shit. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So we have a great story. And last thing I have for you to read, I met this gentleman. His name was John Vigiano, one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. He was a New York fire captain.
Mm-hmm.
On September 11th, he lost his 2 sons in a tower.
Oh, man.
One was a policeman, one was a fireman. And I asked John to write a letter. This is the letter we put in with the flags.
All right. Dear Gold Star family, please forgive me for not addressing you by name. We are asked to join the ceremony, but due to prior commitment, we are unable to attend. I was then asked to write a letter to a Gold Star family in lieu of a presentation. I am not a writer, nor am I a politician. I am simply a retired New York City firefighter who has been blessed with a wonderful wife of 49 years. Together, we share a pain and loss. And together we share your pain and your loss. And wish to thank you for your supreme sacrifice, which continues to keep us safe. We too lost children. We lost our 2 sons, John and Joseph, on September 11th, 2001. John was a 3rd-generation firefighter. Joe was a highly decorated detective assigned to NYPD Emergency Services Unit. Like your child, they were doing their job, something they wanted to do, helping others who were in harm's way. That tragic day brought us together as a nation and as a family. Had it not been for 9/11, it is possible your children would not have been in this service, and this event would not have happened. Fate has brought us together in a very strange way. And like you, we are trying to keep their spirits alive by being good Christians and a better American. We are fortunate to have 5 beautiful grandchildren who each day remind us of their fathers. One day they will fully understand what sacrifices were made to give them a better life. My wife and I wish you a blessed and healthy life, and hope to one day meet you face to face. Stay strong and remember, you are not alone. With deep respect. That's amazing.
Yeah, like I said, the road that I've taken, it's totally bizarre. I have the people I've met, the things we've done, we've cried, we've laughed. We have one rule. It's about them, not us.
Yeah.
And so, before 9/11, I was flying with the military. I was a boom on a KC-135. Life was great, traveling all over the world. We're in Italy. We had so much marble and wine on the airplane. I don't know if we could take off.
Yeah.
I was on Squad 1 in Chicago, diver, hanging out at the beach, doing our dives at North Avenue.
We
like-
know you guys don't work at come on, brother. I know the Marine unit. They are not doing anything
No,
besides catching some rays on that boat.
I was in a squad. I wasn't on the
Oh,
Marine
okay.
unit.
So you were actually working that probably.
A little bit. But life was great. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is, I get paid to do this.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. And so my buddy died in 2000, Scott Gillen. And, I was a pallbearer at his wake and stuff like that. And fast forward to the morning of September 11th, we're going on a run. And, we're leaving and someone goes, hey, a plane hit the World Trade Center. I'm like, I have no idea what the World Trade Center is. Probably a small plane hits the towers, and we come back, and we're in the TV room. Not that we were always drilling,
Mm-hmm. You guys are always in the TV room. We know.
and
Those recliners are always warm, brother.
Depends on the station you're at.
and my engineer was a Vietnam recon Marine, and we're sitting there watching the TV. We watched the second towers hit,
Yeah.
and he looks at me, he goes, dude, we're at war. So we watch, everyone's glued to the TV like you guys were.
Yeah. I remember exactly where I was that day.
Where were you?
I had just gotten up. I was going to school. I was waiting for the bus. My mom was in the living room, and I saw the tower on smoking, building
What grade?
smoke. I was in 4th grade.
Okay.
And I come out, I'm like, Mom, what's going on? She said a plane hit the tower. And when you said you saw the second tower hit, so as soon as I walked in, that second tower came and smashed right in. And I was like, oh my God. And then we watched it all day at school.
Yeah, it was. So later that night, my Scott's stepdaughter, Kelly, called me. And she goes, we want to do something for the widows of the New York fire. So I'm like, what do you want to do? So we brainstormed and we came up with the idea of doing a boot drive. Firemen always do boot drives. I'm like, that'll be cool. We'll raise $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So we do this half-ass boot drive. And this is the check that we sent to New York.
For $700,000, almost $800,000. Oh, wow. That's fucking amazing, brother.
So, yeah.
For a little boot drive.
Yeah. And so I'm totally overwhelmed. I'm flying, I'm either at the firehouse or I'm flying with my guard unit. My first flight off alert was with Air Force One and the F-16s above O'Hare. So, things are getting real. Everything's totally messed up, with the fire department and with the military. No one knows what's going on. One day we're at the firehouse, and all of a sudden, all the people from the Standard Oil building are running down the street. Yeah. Someone sent an email that a plane was hijacked in Wisconsin, was heading to Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, the rumors, everything happening and stuff like that. So I remember when I pulled on my base, there was a little girl that worked in medical. She's about 5 foot nothing, and she's got her rifle over her shoulder, and the barrel is dragging on the ground. That's how short she was.
That's how short she was.
So but like I said, it became real. We're flying all over the place. Mostly, they were called Noble Eagle missions.
Okay.
And that we were flying above the Mall of Minnesota. Any sporting event had fighters and tankers above it for any type of so I get a couple days off. It's like November, and I happen to fly with a guy whose brother was a New York fireman. Don't know any New York firemen, so I call them up. They invite me out, and so I walk in the firehouse with the ATM receipt of almost $800K. So I walk in a firehouse, and just unbelievable. So November 11th, I was at the towers, and I never seen a nuclear explosion, but that's what it looked like.
Damn near close, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and these poor guys are digging at the towers every day.
Yeah.
And I was in Brooklyn, very Jewish, very Hispanic neighborhood, and every night the neighborhood would come and pray at the firehouse. It was all filled with cameras. and they lost one fireman, Danny Sir, and Danny was walking to the towers. He was the first fireman killed. A body fell and killed him as they were walking into the towers. And so we, right away we had a great bond and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the next day, we're having breakfast, and a young fireman gets a phone call, and he starts MFing his wife on the phone, yelling at her to get out of the house. And he goes, the chief goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "A plane crashed a block away from my house in Rockaway."
Oh, man.
So the chief goes, "Get out of here, go home." So right after that, all the bells in the firehouse start going off. You hear companies being dispatched and everything else. So we weren't dispatched. So we're kind of like watching the news and everything. So about 4 hours later, the company I'm on, 216, gets dispatched to the airplane crash.
Yeah.
So 265 people were killed.
Oh, my God.
It was in Rockaway. So I'm there. The engine gets dispatched. I go, "Hey, you're coming with us." Excuse me. They give me the New York fire gear, and so we go out there. I'm doing nothing except healing a line. I got the New York stuff on, and these poor guys have been digging at the towers every day. Now they're digging bodies out of a fuselage, and I'm just like, these poor guys.
Yeah, man.
Nothing is good. So 4 hours later, we get relieved, and this guy comes up to me, and once you left the site, it looked like a block party. People are cooking, there's drinks, there's everything. So we go under yellow tape, and this guy comes up to me, and he's crying. He goes, "I heard what you guys said in Chicago." He goes, I'm not a fireman, but my brother Gene Whalen died in the towers."
Oh, fuck.
So I get his number. So we got all this money sitting in the bank, and everybody wants to do something with it. We want to buy T-shirts. We want to do this. We want to do that. I go, "No, this is." So I talked to Kelly, and so I called this guy up. We flew our Chicago widows out to New York. They gave the check in front of his brother's firehouse.
All of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it was, like I said, that's how we have New York. Anything we've ever asked, anything we've ever done, any wounded kid, anything. We have 2 flag boards in New York. One's at the firehouse at Ground Zero, so military kids can put their medals and ribbons on this flag board.
Love it.
Everything from the guy who killed bin Laden's trident's up there. Delta stuff is up there. Another father lost his son, Medal of Honor recipient. His Purple Heart is up there. So if any military kids go to Ground Zero, make sure you bring a copy or your original and put your ribbon on the board.
That's amazing, brother. That's badass. Meg, do you remember where you were for 9/11?
I do. I was in 6th grade homeroom class. They put on the TV showing the news and told us over the PA that all of our parents were coming to pick us up. And we sat there waiting, watching the towers crumble. And then when we got home, we just sat on the floor in front of the TV
And
and watched it over and over and over again. And then my dad ended up going out to New York with you guys too for a little bit, but I don't remember for how long or much about it. But it was scary. Like
Yeah.
you're old enough to understand what the reality of what you're seeing and what's going on.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. For you guys who don't know, Meg is behind the computer today. She is a firefighter as well. She's known Pat, and her family's known Pat for a long time.
He's known me since I was born. He works with my dad on the city.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was, they were digging for days and weeks.
Oh, they're digging for months.
For months.
I mean, it was, they would find a body, and especially if they found a policeman or fireman, they'd find a body, the whole site would stop.
Yeah.
And when you go, if you ever get a chance, you go through the museum. We were allowed in before they opened it. And I don't know if the girl's father was a police or fireman. And we're sitting there with a bunch of tough guys. And she goes, "Mommy, is this where Daddy's at?"
Oh, fuck.
So, it like I said, the road, everything, I can't explain it. I don't know why I was chosen or what, but, it's, another one that Recon Marine we brought to New York. We were hosting 22 wounded in Chicago, and these kids were effed up. And so we're Father Dan, the Chicago police chaplain. Everything we ask, he helps us out with. So we have the Patriot Guard riders. People are coming by the firehouse. And so I call Father Dan up. I go, hey, I need some crowd control out here. This is, Chicago Avenue is getting blocked off. So a police sergeant comes, and she's pissed. Sergeants don't direct traffic. So she sees all these kids getting off the bus. We got 3 Marine girls burnt in the face. We got a young cocky Marine, both legs gone. And so the night before, I was at a dinner with them, and 2 guys that were speakers there was Jim McMahon from the Bears and McMichael. And I always thought McMahon was kind of cocky.
Oh, yeah.
And total respect for the guy.
He's a good dude.
He explained to his wife, he goes, these are the guys I've been hanging out with, these wounded kids. So there was a kid, major brain trauma, big kids down Southern State. Him and McMichael went to when the kid was inducted into the High School Hall of Fame. So McMichael gets up there and goes, let me tell you about this cocky quarterback. He goes, he pulls up in a limousine with a cocktail.
Yeah.
So he goes, the next day I see him in the shower. I scratch him all down his back. And he goes, explain this one to your wife, rookie.
Oh, fuck.
So actually, McMahon came to the firehouse the next day. We're hosting the wounded. So the sergeant, all of a sudden she sees these kids getting off the bus, and she's bawling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, my son came home with 3 Purple Hearts, and he wants to be a Chicago fireman. So, I talked to the kid. I talked to a former Marine that was up at one of the squads. So we had the kid ride up there. So Brian, I don't know if he was sick or what happened the night before, but he was feeling kind of ill. So he's riding at the firehouse. He's puking in the
24-hour flu.
Yeah. So he's riding and he's puking outside the firehouse in some rose bushes.
Mm-hmm.
So the firemen have him convinced that he's puking in the rose bushes that the captain's mother planted right before she died.
Oh God, you guys are so fucked up.
So this kid is feeling like, oh my God,
Yeah.
So me and the Recon Marine became pretty good friends, and I was friends with one of the pilots of the presidential helicopter.
Okay.
So we fly out to New York, and Brian stays with us in New York, and they're going to raise his flag up at Ground Zero. So we get done, we go to the bar. We're both in uniform, and so we're having a beer at the bar, and there's a biker guy sitting there, and he's just like crying, and 2 retired New York firemen came up to us, and they go, we want to buy you guys a drink. So we're like, oh, thanks. We're having a cocktail. And these guys are in their late 60s, and we're telling them about Brian's flag going up.
Yeah.
And so they're like, wow, that's pretty cool. 10 minutes in a conversation, I go, I carried a flag for Lieutenant Brian Ahern, FDNY. They literally, I gut punched them. They go, we're with Lieutenant Ahern's sisters with us.
No shit.
Yeah.
What a small world.
That's what I mean. Like I said, the walk that this is totally bizarre.
Yeah.
And so they come up to us, and the sister hears it, and she's crying. And she goes, we want you to meet our father at the firehouse the next day.
Really?
Yeah. So we go to the firehouse, and this is one of the firehouses. They're in the Bronx, and everyone has opened their doors for us. So we get there, and this lieutenant comes down, another guy I met the father, and so he comes down, and he's got tears in his eyes. He opens his hand, and he goes, I have something for you. I thought it was a T-shirt,
Yeah, right.
So he goes, they give me, it's the size of your hand. It's a cross made from the World Trade Center.
No shit.
Yeah. And that is the cross over Afghanistan with the F-16s coming in.
That's fucking sick.
The cross is on the Nimitz. It's flown combat missions. It's been at funerals with Marines. It's like I said, it's overseas right now. It gets lost all the time, but somehow we always find it.
Always find it. That thing has to be heavy as fuck.
Yeah, like I said, it's only the size of your hand.
Oh, but that's a huge chunk of metal. That's thick.
It's got the burn marks from the towers in it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, Dom, it's been a brutal ride.
It's brutal, but then like on the flip side, rewarding at the same time. Because you're I mean, this note and these families you tell me about, I mean, you're really doing something special.
Yeah.
Truly.
And then I meet this young Marine, arm and leg gone. And I don't know what to say to the kid. I start off in the Marine Corps. And so I start off, I meet this kid. I don't know what to say to him. He goes, dude, don't worry. I'd be saving a lot of money in shoes and socks.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an asshole. And, so so I go, hey, we're going to go to New York for September 11th.
It sucks. God, sorry.
And so I get a call from a colonel from Brooks, a doctor.
Yeah.
And he goes, how many can you take? I go, how many you got? He goes, we end up taking 15 kids from Brooks severely burned.
No shit.
Yeah. And so I go, we'll work this out later, but I put 50, I think the airline bill was about $10K on my credit card. And I'm like, I'm calling up all our pilots in our group, and I'm like, dude, I need some airline tickets.
Right.
So American donated.
That's amazing.
Yeah, American donated everything.
That's amazing.
And these kids get off the bus. New Yorkers waiting for us outside, and they're bad. The one kid's got no face, no hands left.
Oh, man.
And they, like I said, they're bad. They take us to Yankees games. They red carpet everything for us. The one kid never smiled. He would literally have this closed, no fingers. He would drink his beer like that. Never. Yeah. This kid would walk into a room and everybody would stop.
Yeah.
He was in a fuel truck. They hit an ID. The other guy, the driver, burnt to death. He got out. And so, like I said, this kid, so the last night, New York goes, we're going to get this kid to smile. We're going to get this kid to laugh.
Let's go.
So they take us to this bar, like it's called Red Rock. It's no longer there. And it's like a Coyote Ugly bar.
Okay.
So we walk in, bouncers are there, and all the bouncers are like, what's going on? So we told them, and a couple of bouncers were Marines, and they're like, whatever you guys want.
Let's go.
So the owner comes over, and he hears what happened. He goes, I dug at the towers for 6 days. Whatever you want.
Let's go.
So this girl in a bikini top walks up to him, kind of well-built girl.
Good for her.
She hugs this kid and just shakes him. This kid smiles for the first time.
Ear to ear?
Oh, yeah. He is grinning.
Listen, brother. Nothing like little boobies in the face to make you smile.
But it wasn't just, but I look back at it, it wasn't that. This girl hugged him.
Yeah.
He has not had someone hug him like that.
Yeah.
And so about a week later, I get a call from Brooks. And this colonel calls, goes, their morale improved a little bit too much. We cannot do this anymore.
We're not sending anyone else your way. The morale is out of control. Oh, fuck. I wish Red Rocks was still open in New York.
And then we used to take the sailors in every year from Great Lakes.
Okay.
So we put them at the firehouses. So they'd be riding. The dive crew at MiGs actually put them in Gumby suits, would throw them in the water in
Gumby
December.
suits are like cold water suits,
Yeah.
you guys. Sorry, go ahead.
So every year the Navy would come out with new rules. Every rule was to us.
Yeah.
There'll be no swimming in Lake Michigan. There'll be no.
You guys are cut off.
So every year it was like there'll be no this, that, no.
You know, Pat, I feel like a lot of rules are created because of you. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to jump right back into it. Hey, guys, this episode is brought to you by Murphy Carter Law. This one, I'm proud to announce, this is a great partnership with us. They are a phenomenal law firm. I've known Rick for a very long time. He's a fantastic guy. Heart of gold. He supports organizations like Project Fire Buddies who give back to kids with terminal illness. this guy cares. He is a staunch advocate for first responders. He's just a blue collar guy. He really is. He was a union construction worker at one point, and now he's just a shark in the courtroom. And that's just a fact. You're not going to go wrong by going with Murphy Carter Law. I promise you that. They will fight for you like they fight for their own family, like they fight for their mother, like they fight for their father, their brother, or their sister. That's just who they are. And they advocate for you guys. I promise they will fight for you guys tooth and nail. That's what they're all about, to make you guys whole again, or to get you close to that as possible and by any means necessary. They've won major cases already. I have some notes over here. They have $11.5 million truck accident case. They have a $9.5 million medical malpractice case and another $7.1 million delivery truck accident. They handle their business. If you're looking for a lawyer, if you've been in a situation like Carrie and I have, Murphy Carter Law, check them out. Go to murphycarterlaw.com. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Tell them that Beyond the Dispatch sent you. On break, you were showing me a bunch of stuff that you had brought, pictures from Gold Star families, super cool. And then we got into the conversation of therapy, and then also therapists out there who specialize in first responders. It's a big difference where they can actually relate to you, what you've been through. And you mentioned as well, like you're not a huge fan of that. You're more likely to talk to people who have been in that situation, experienced. And I think it's a big proponent for first responders to go to a location where they kind of feel like understood, because I can tell, I mean, I went to a therapist before who wasn't just like a regular therapist. I went to school, just like you kind of mentioned, and we didn't mesh well at all because of my job, what I went through. And then when I went to First Responders Wellness out of Lombard and saw Dr. Steiner, it was like a completely different experience.
Where I seen it help a lot was when we brought the wounded into New York.
Yeah.
And like I said, these 15 kids were burnt brutally. And no other department that we could have went to, because they joined what happened on 9/11.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of, helps. And we sat up there in the bunk room, and both sides were talking. The firemen were at the towers, and these kids that were in combat. And I just sat there in total awe. Each one with the conversation was helping the other one heal.
Yeah.
And, these kids everyone opened up. There was and it was just a magic time that both sides were healing each other.
It's so cool, isn't it? And that's like kind of the cool thing about the podcast is you get to see the struggles that everyone goes through and how they got through it. Like, this happened to me, that happened to them, and then you see the steps they took to overcome it. Those conversations, I sit back and I hear people's stories, like your story, or Megan's story, or Carrie's story, or anyone's story that's been on the show. It's inspiring. And what you're doing for people with this program you guys have started in Chicago is fantastic.
Well, hang on a second.
Oh, you got something else?
Mm-hmm. Well, Dom, don't forget your story too.
Oh, my story as well, yeah. Well, we've talked about this. It's like, I don't know, my story doesn't feel like anything to me.
Not to you, but to other people.
To other people,
the
correct.
Inspiration behind it is,
Right.
I even called you. How do I get through all of this? How did you get so positive and so optimistic on a life-altering injury?
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
and you're helping more people than you know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, especially now. They just had a Chicago police officer killed in a line of duty.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Well, one was he's still critical, correct? Yeah. And then a 38-year-old was killed.
Yeah.
The shit that's going on in Chicago is just unreal.
One of our Delta guys, I go, "Hey, when you guys coming to Chicago?" And he goes, "Dude, that's too dangerous for us." So
was he joking?
Oh no, like I said, and here's our saying that we use, and I think this holds true with both police, fire, and military. You've never lived until you've almost died. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor that the protected will never know.
Oh, and true words have not been spoken, brother.
Yeah. So like I said, you guys have a special thing that, especially you, that, even if you talk at a seminar or something like that, people can relate to you.
Yeah. Because I've experienced life, and I've experienced trials and tribulations where everyone can relate to trials and tribulations because everyone experiences it in their life just a little differently. It might not be to the extreme, but to them, it's still something that is hard, right? And, they could have gotten into a bad accident where they hurt their leg or neck or whatever. That still is traumatic to that person.
Yeah.
It's about perspective and how you see it. And it still will mess with you. You're still going to have some residuals from that traumatic event, just like I have residuals from my traumatic event. Doesn't make their incident any less than my incident.
I have a friend of mine who works in corporate America, and 20 years ago, he came upon, probably about 30 seconds behind, a very tragic auto accident on the expressway. It still bothers him.
Oh, yeah.
But we have forgotten so much stuff that would have bothered the regular person.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, and then there's always ones that stick. Like I had a dead baby. It bothered me for a long time.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
And, another one, it was a drunk driver hit this father, just picked up his daughter from university, and beautiful girl, she's dead in the car.
Oh, God.
And it's just like, and you try to, and you could see the whole mood of the firehouse change. You see something and it's like, what's for lunch? But then there's other ones that will definitely take you down a dark road.
Yeah, and you just feel it. You
Yeah.
can feel it. I'm not, probably in the firehouse, but especially at the PD, like if a shitty call, like you can feel it on the shift.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you walk in, it's thick. Tension's thick. People are going through it.
Couple that got me was, we had a girl, she jumped in front of the train.
Oh, man.
And the train stopped on her midsection. So it was on the L, and they have the track and then the wall, then the people above would get on the train. So she's dead. And so I go on the one side, they're bringing the jacks to jack the train up. The medical's on the other side to take her pulse. And she wakes up. She starts talking to me and the medic.
Okay.
And she goes, I'm sorry. She keeps apologizing. She just had a baby.
Oh, God.
And I could see, I to this day, I could still see the wedding ring on her thing, on her finger. And, once they jacked the train up, she passed.
Over, yeah.
But, like I said, those are the things that, we see that the common person sees. Like I said, my buddy 20 years ago, I mean, from what you've seen, that accident would have been, you would have forgot about it like the next day.
Right. So how do you handle that?
I think a lot of the stuff that I do with this stuff kind of helps. Another time we had a dive job. It was right by, and every time I go by Millennium Fountain, we pull up. There's a police officer in the water in the lake. It was right after a storm, and water was a little choppy. And I'm like, I'm the primary diver that day. So, we go, I'm ready to go in, and I'm like, dude, what happened? He goes, a woman just drove her car into the lake.
Oh, man.
And he goes, she got 2 kids in the car. And so I'm in the water. My engineer is my, he's my rope guy. So I go under.
What was going through your mind before you went in? It was just like urgency.
More urgency than anything else.
Yeah.
So the visibility sucked, and I land. I don't know it. I land on top of the car, and there's 2 flashlights underneath me. So I'm like, where did the other divers come from? And the headlights of the car.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to break out the window. I'm screaming for the second diver to come down, and so I finally get the window broke. the kid in the back is seatbelted in. I got my tank. We carry so much stuff. I could barely touch the kid. I can't get the door open. So I literally ran out of air. And that bothered me. That.
Yeah, it sticks with you.
Oh yeah. And another time I was lieutenant and I got ticked off. We had 2 twin girls coming back late at night on Torrance Avenue, and they plowed into a semi.
Oh, man.
So 2 twins are dead. And the young engine company that comes up to help us, they all look and they all walk away. And I was like, you guys want to wear the T-shirts out.
Yeah,
you
right.
You want to wear all these T-shirts out. You want to act tough. Now it's time to earn your money. And who I felt sorry for was the 2 young police officers. They had to go over to their parents' house.
Oh, dude, that was the worst part of the job.
Yeah. And, I still feel sorry for those 2 officers. These are 2 young girls that came into life together and they died together.
Yeah.
And, like I said, people don't understand, especially all the negative stuff against police right now. I mean, everyone you pull over, 90% of them have attitude.
Oh, dude, the police have a target on their back hard right now.
And, it's at night. You got your radar on, or someone passes you up doing 40 over the limit. They're going, "Why are you pulling me over?"
Right. Oh, pissy because they broke the law. No one wants to take responsibility for their own actions.
And like I said, you guys, like I said, police have a very, very rough gig right now. Yeah. And every action you take, be it pull out your gun, anything, even your shooting, if you would have had your gun out, they would have been asking, if both sides were fired, they would have been asking, everything would have been on you. There's that Chicago policeman, the kid that was shooting at cars, 13, 14 years old. He chased them. The kid pulls the gun, drops the gun as he's raising his hand.
Yeah.
You had to make a decision.
Split second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life or death.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think the pendulum is starting to come back.
I hope so. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think you're going to see a lot more cops get killed or injured as we're seeing now. You spoke about my incident. I had my gun out, and I remember when I shot 3 times. And I remember thinking to myself, because he was running away, I was like, that's enough. Like, this is going to be excessive force. That thought crossed my mind, and it shouldn't be crossed my fucking mind in a shootout. But now I'm thinking, because now I'm going to be civil liable, and if, blah, 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 and I'm responsible for my rounds, and like all those things shouldn't be going through my mind. Some of those are, yes, responsible for your round, make sure you know your backdrop, yada, yada, yada. But like excessive force, like I shouldn't be thinking I'm going to get civilly sued as I'm engaging in a shootout with a fucking offender. But that's the atmosphere police have to be in nowadays and scrutinize for every little mistake they make. I'm not saying cops are perfect. We are far from perfect. No one's perfect. And you're going to have bad lawyers. You're going to have bad cops. You're going to have bad firefighters. You're going to have bad nurses. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And it's all... it's a political fucking stunt. My opinion only. I think it's fucking bullshit. I think there's a lot of like pinning each other against each other. Correct. Civil unrest for all their political fucking gain. All those motherfuckers are in on it with each other.
Yeah, it was a narrative that they needed to find the right case to push.
100%. 100%.
And, there's 3 people that run north, and that's police, fire, and military when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And everybody else runs south.
Everyone wants to talk shit about the fucking police until you need the police. Until shit hits the fan, and then, where's the police? Where's the police? Where's the police? Now you want us. When shit hits the fucking fan, and there's no one else to turn to, when shots are ringing out, the men and women in fucking blue are always running towards gunfire.
Yeah.
Every single fucking time.
And it was funny, especially now, all the narratives that are coming out are fake.
100%. But that's just to fucking push a narrative.
Yeah.
To push a narrative.
And speaking of police, through our police class, thanks to Chicago Police, FOP, especially the 8th District and the 22nd District, our police class, we've taken over 1,000 kids joining the Marine Corps through our police class.
That's awesome. Let's go.
So we've we bring the SWAT team, the dive team, Marine unit comes in, and these kids, I feel we're like the #1 anti-violence campaign in Chicago. These kids are getting out of neighborhoods that are war zones.
Yeah.
And
Changing their lives for the better.
well, I took a young kid out, and the recruiters go. I took him out for lunch, and the recruiters go, "This is the worst kid we've ever recruited. Carjacked, robbed, everything. Just happened the kid had to be very fast on his feet, never was caught."
Gotta catch him,
So-
charge him.
So he's in his dress blues, and so we're going out for pizza. He goes, "Sir," I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "I love boot camp." I'm like, "Dude, no one likes boot camp."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I never knew my father. My mother and aunt died of a fentanyl overdose. Boot camp is the first time in my life I did not sleep with cockroaches."
It was probably like a vacation for him.
This kid he needed the structure.
Yep.
He needed the discipline. He loves the Marine Corps.
You're changing this guy's life around.
Yeah.
He was a career criminal, then went into the military, learned structure, learned how to provide for himself, was given the means to provide for himself. You literally changed that kid's trajectory for the rest
Yeah.
of his life, and then his kids, and then their kids,
Yeah.
and then their kids.
And you gave him a family.
Yes.
team,
Yeah.
Exactly. And
something to
that's
be a part
huge
of.
because you get that brotherhood, that sisterhood in the Marine Corps or in the military as a first responder.
Yeah,
You do.
and
And that's huge. And people need to feel like they belong.
And the other thing with what we do with especially these kids is they live in very tough neighborhoods. They never get out of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I was talking to a young female Marine, and she was like 5'4". She had a Marine Corps T-shirt on, and I go, "Who's the Marine?" She looks at me like I was.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, relax." So we're talking. She worked on Harrier jets.
Okay.
And she goes, "I'm 20 years old. I couldn't get a job at McDonald's. Now I'm working on multi-million-dollar aircraft, and everyone relies on me to make sure that pilot comes back safe."
Yep.
And
Huge responsibility for a 21-year-old kid.
yeah, and they get to work with other people. You know, I tell people, we're not just making Marines; we're making better Americans.
Agreed.
And these kids are walking out with state of Illinois. They're walking out with 8 years of scholarships.
Yep.
The 4 years are going to pay them $4,000 a month to go to school on.
That's awesome.
And if they don't want to go to school, they get preference to every police, fire, military, every trade job,
Yeah. they can go-
everything.
and that 9/11 bill, or if they're reserves or whatever,
Were
can
you
still
under
go
that?
towards a trade. Yeah. I had my 9/11 bill, and I used it for a criminal justice degree. That's fucking useless. And I say this every time. If you want to go in law enforcement, don't get a fucking criminal justice degree. Get a business degree, general business degree. You can still use that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. My brother has a criminal justice degree and is a firefighter
See?
now.
Yeah.
So,
Useless. It's a useless fucking degree.
And I see that in a lot of universities, and I think people are starting to wake up to
Yeah.
what is useless, and what.
But you're already preconditioned. You have to get a degree. You don't have to get a fucking degree. You can go be a plumber, go be a pipe fitter, go be an electrician. You can make fucking money and get paid.
I know a plumber is a multimillionaire.
Multi-millionaire.
And and what I was very fortunate. I worked I worked fire, military, and I also have a seat at the Board of Trade. So I get to see white collar.
Did it all.
And I've rubbed elbows with very, very wealthy white collar people. And years ago, if somebody goes, "My son is going to school to be an electrician," they would almost like, "Oh man, your kid didn't make it."
Turn up their nose at
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
And my kid's going to be a philosophy major. He's going to Harvard.
Yeah.
And
He got a liberal arts degree. and-
yeah,
Cool.
so
Let me know what he gets with your liberal arts degree.
Yeah.
When my kid's you're calling my kid to do the electrical in your house, and you're paying him, $15,000. Like,
oh
the trade's huge. My buddy Matt Begowitz, he had a construction company before 9/11. Was building houses. He was going to make millions. 9/11 happened. He was a Marine. Quit. Sold everything. Became a cop to make fucking what? $50,000. $40,000 a year. but I just feel like the love for America is gone and slipped. And like there was no the amount of unity and the amount of like patriotism after 9/11 was amazing.
Oh,
Everyone
totally
fucking
agree.
came
You
together.
couldn't even find an American flag to buy.
Yeah.
Like, it was, and now I count them every year on
Yeah.
my way home, and it's less and less
No,
every
well,
year.
and now it's like it's like frowned upon to be patriotic. Like, oh, you're a Nazi. I'm a Nazi because I love my fucking country that my whole family served. I have a lineage, and then I bled for my fucking country. Like, where the fuck were you? Who are you to tell me that hating my country is fucking racist? Get the fuck out of here.
You know, I asked you about Antietam. 23,000 casualties. So I'm talking to a park ranger, and he goes, he was a Army Purple Heart recipient. He goes, I would give the class tours 23,000. He goes, it was a number.
Yeah.
He goes, one year they put out 23,000 candles in the battlefield. He goes, I cried.
Oh yeah.
Because that's when it hit me. They weren't numbers.
No.
And that's what I mean. America's biggest battle, biggest loss of life, and no one heard about it.
Yeah. You said Antietam?
Antietam.
Antietam. What's that? For
It's
people
the
who don't-
battle site. It was a town called Antietam that it was kind of like Gettysburg.
Okay.
So it happened right in this town called Antietam.
What? This is in the Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War.
Well, yeah. Well, the greatest lost life. I mean, that's
Yeah,
because
and,
both sides are Americans.
but it's not taught.
Yeah. No.
No.
That's what I mean. All this Iwo Jima, every 5,000 Americans died. Nothing is taught on this. And last year there was nothing on Pearl Harbor.
Which is insane. I took a World War II class because I was so fascinated.
Yeah. So how are we going to become Americans if we don't know our history?
Oh yeah.
And, you know, I'm tired of people telling me, you know, this or that. Well, let's learn our history.
100% learn your history.
And-
well, then they're you were founded on slaves and bop.
Well,
Shut the
here-
fuck up.
here's my question on that. Slavery has been since beginning of mankind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at it, you have the Islamic culture. They were like the biggest proponent of slaves in the world.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about slavery, the tribes in Africa were actually the ones that were gathering up their own people and shipping them over here to America.
Everyone thinks America's first war in slavery was the Civil War. It wasn't. You ever heard of Barbary pirates?
Yes.
Okay, so the Barbary pirates, late 1700s, we became independent. Same thing that's happened. From Marine Corps him from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. So the Tripoli had the Barbary pirates, and what they were doing is you either paid jizya, which is a tax, or we took over your ships. So they started taking over a lot of ships. They went as far as Iceland, England, Ireland, all along the coast. They took 1.2 million Europeans back to North Africa as slaves.
Yep.
So we are the ones who stopped it through the Marine Corps win, and that was their first major
Kick some
battle.
fucking ass. Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know,
Love our Marines.
oh, well, I was 113 pounds when I joined, so
Fucking soaking wet.
so I was at the rough and tough. I was at the rough and
I don't know, dude. There's something about fucking Marines are out of their fucking mind. And I would want them in my corner any day of the week, brother.
well, I was a double ration private.
Yeah. Well, you probably needed it with 113
So
pounds.
when I went to the chow hall, I had double rations. I was so sick of eating. That's all I do was eat.
You needed it, brother.
Oh, so we're sitting there, and this fat guy, his mother would send packages of food.
Mm-hmm. That
So
would be my mom.
Yeah.
100%. My mom would fucking be cooking me fucking
get
Italian.
pasta.
Yeah, pasta. The cook, she'd be sending me fucking cream horns. All 100%.
So the drill instructors would have us, all the skinny guys would sit there with a canteen of water and eat all this kids'
Shit.
food. So then they would PT us afterwards, and I knew they bet who was the first one going to throw up.
Puke 100%. And you know how they're putting their hats down super low so you can't see their face because they're fucking laughing at you. 100%. They're fucking laughing, busting, just watching you fucking just squirm.
But you know that was the thing that really changed me. I was 113 pounds, smart ass punk,
Turned you a man.
Yeah, it was something that it's not going to change everybody. It's but you have to have a will, and
That's with everything, brother. Yeah. But go ahead.
I keep saying we got to become Americans. We're becoming so separated now,
Oh yeah.
and we have to get rid of the hyphen. Irish American, black, whatever.
You're American.
Yeah, you're American.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, go back.
Yeah, get the fuck out. And that's you're in the land of the free. Yes. We are a country of immigrants 1,000% should we just let our borders open? Absolutely not. You can't just have floods of people coming to the country without even doing background checks on them. You're jeopardizing the safety of American citizens in this country and the national security. It's a problem. Is our immigration system broke? Yes. Can it be fixed? 1,000%. Let's do it the right way.
Well, you lost the argument when you say they came over illegally. You have no other argument to make.
Oh, you broke the law right then and there.
Yeah.
But that's the fucking thing people don't understand. They're like, oh, you were just you can't. That's against the law. You can't just be taking. They broke the fucking law.
Yeah.
That's it. Stop. All stop. That's what it is.
So
if you don't like the fucking laws, change the laws. That's not ICE's problem. That's not law enforcement's problem. Stop putting people's political fucking, policies and moves onto law enforcement. The lawmakers make the laws. We just enforce them. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, it's kind of like I open your door, I open your refrigerator, and I go up and sleep in your bed. That's what they did.
Yeah. 100%. And then everyone's like, oh, let them stay. Okay. They can stay at your house then. You're so passionate about letting these people who you don't know in this country, and there's cases where people are being raped and fucking murdered, then they'll let them stay in your house. If you don't want to let them stay in your house, then shut the fuck up.
Well, I just went to this gentleman was speaking. I forgot his name. He goes, I'm not political. I'm a blue collar guy.
Yeah.
He goes, my daughter is going to the University of Illinois. Her and her girlfriends are in a stoplight at the university right by the hospital. An illegal drunk driver hit the back of the car doing 80 miles an hour. And my daughter was killed. The other girl died the next day. And they caught the guy like a couple days later in Texas.
Yeah.
And this whole ICE thing could be solved if I don't want to go down too much of a political road, but it could be solved. The bad guy I release to you in jail.
Yeah. Right. As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be. Well, let's get back into a better topic of what you're doing for the fucking Chicagoland area, New York, and families that need the support that you guys are giving.
And like I said, the flag thing was pretty much our big deal. I always get these brainstorm ideas, and everyone's like, "What?" So we want to do. We talked earlier when you go to when you go to a military chow hall, there's a seat there dedicated to killing action.
Yeah.
So we did a thing at Thunderbolt Stadium. So we had all Purple Heart recipients paint the seat. And we had the coolest guys, the original Rangers from World War II. And we'd have breakfast like once every 2 weeks. And the best part of breakfast was they would split the bill. So these guys would argue and fight like old ladies trying to figure out
who ordered what. Yeah. I didn't get the fucking ham. Who got the ham?
And so, and they're getting older. And I learned that you had to park at the end of the parking lot a block away from where these guys parked. Because you'd see their cars, they'd all be dented from trying to pull out a parking lot.
5 mile an hour bumpers, brother.
So Zeke was mid-70s. And he goes, Pat, I'm like, what's up, Zeke? He goes, the colonel called. I'm like, what do you want? He goes, he wants me to jump again. Every other year, these original Rangers would jump out of the C-47s with the young Rangers.
Over like in D-Day and stuff, right?
Over here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Because I think they did it for a D-Day jump too, which was super fucking cool. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
So I go, what's wrong, Zeke? He goes, last time I broke my collarbone. Are you going to jump? He goes, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So Don was kind of quiet until you got to know him. They landed in Italy, and they made a push, and then the American commander stopped the push. So he was captured. They lost 300 guys, and so he goes, we're captured, and now the Germans have us picking crops. And he goes, we go on strike. He goes, we sit down and we go on strike, And he goes, an hour later a truck comes with canvas on it. They show us the machine gun. He goes, strike over.
Strike's over.
Yeah. He goes, we start picking crops,
We're back to work, boss.
So he goes, we're with a German infantry unit. They're not prepared to take care of POWs.
Yeah.
So he goes, the Americans are making a push. They keep taking us, we're their laborers as, we're going back toward the Germany. And he goes, as things are, they're taking the regular guards out and they're putting the old guys in to watch us.
Yeah.
So he goes, we would get a Blue Cross package and we would trade it to the Germans. He goes, one night we're sitting outside the pub and they bring us beer from a pub. So he goes, there's like 20 of us there and we're drinking beer.
No shit.
So he goes,
being a prisoner of war doesn't sound too bad, brother.
he goes, we end up with the Sergeant Schultz type guys.
Okay.
So he goes, we're in a barn and all of a sudden, morning, late morning, so no one opens the barn door up. So he goes, we get out of the barn, everyone's gone.
No shit. They just abandoned them.
Yeah, they just abandoned them. He goes, we're walking down the road, and all of a sudden here comes British Spitfires out of the air.
Oh, that's not good.
And he goes, we're waving, we're doing everything. And he goes, I thought I'm dead. And all of a sudden they do barrel rolls and they take off.
No shit.
Yeah. So like I said,
almost a strafe run. That would have been really bad.
and to hear the story, and these are the stories and what these men did. This has got to be taught in school.
Oh, brother, could you imagine the kids nowadays fighting a war?
Oh,
like a World War III?
Oh,
That'd
especially
be a huge culture change.
Especially if they had a draft. So,
oh yeah.
Well, we talked earlier. We're working on 3 resolutions right now.
Right. Let's talk about them.
One, we want to name them. They're both in with the state legislature right now. One, we want to name the month of May Veterans Month.
Love it.
And part of the resolution that this would be taught in schools.
Love it.
And the second part of the resolution, we would name the month of June Military Gold Star Month.
Love it.
And the reason we picked May and June, May, the kids are still in school.
Mm-hmm.
June, end of May is Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Memorial Day would start Gold Star Month.
Perfect.
And we also, our third resolution is to also name the month of June Gold Stars badge for fallen police, fire, and paramedics.
Love it.
And, so we want June to be known as Fallen Heroes Month.
Love it.
So our guys from FDNY said if we get it passed in Illinois, they will get on board to make this go national.
Let's go.
So I thought this would be very, easy type, no big deal. But, I was told that the police, fire, and paramedic one is in rules committee. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. But I guess rules committee means that they put stuff there to die.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you should have had firefighters, brother. No one's going to pass it with fucking police.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to create firemen, right?
So cops have a hero to look up to?
You got it.
Yeah, I know. I heard your jokes before.
They're endless.
Endless.
Oh, you want to hear one of our best jokes?
I'm here for it.
This is the statute of limitations is over.
Oh, good.
So we can tell this.
I like where this story is going.
So I get a call from a wounded Navy SEAL.
Okay.
He's shot 7 times. And he goes, I need help. We're like, dude, what do you need?
Yeah.
He goes, I effed up. I'm coming to Chicago for minor surgery. And I schedule it on my wife's birthday.
Oh, bad move.
So I'm like, what do you need? He goes, anything goes, over the top, the better. So.
Oh, he is probably kicking himself for choosing those words.
No, it worked out.
Well, to you, he's saying to you.
What you wish for.
Yeah, be careful what you fucking wish for when you're talking to Pat. Sorry,
yes.
go ahead.
So we contact CPD. We get a TAC team. And so Meg is the wife. You're the SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
He picks her up at the airport. And he goes, hey, I left my wallet at Pat's house. We have to get it. So you pull up in front of my house. TAC pulls you over. 4 big guys get out of the car. And they go, sir, license and registration. So the SEAL goes, I don't have it. It's in this guy's house. And so TAC CPD starts lecturing them on
Having your shit with you, yeah.
having your shit with you, and it's against the law. So our SEAL goes, you don't understand. I'm a wounded Navy SEAL. So the biggest guy in the back goes, hey, Joe, is this the 4th or 5th Navy SEAL we pulled over today? So our Navy SEAL, being as politically correct as he can, goes, F you.
Yeah.
So they're like, F you, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
So, Meg, your husband's got surgery in the morning. It's Sunday. He's got surgery Monday morning. And now he's going to jail. So they're like, lady, you better get the wallet out of this guy's house or he's going. So
I don't know what I would do.
You're right.
What's
Shit
my
your pants.
relationship with my husband? He might
So-
just stay there for a
Sounds
little
like you're
bit.
spending the night.
So the SEAL refers to his wife as the long-haired admiral.
Okay.
So she's banging on my door. She's crying, and she is snorting, crying so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You know it's bad.
oh yeah, she's lost it. So he's going to jail. So I have her looking through the house. We're looking. I go, Erica, check the back room. Check the back deck. She walks outside. We have 40 people for happy birthday.
No shit.
She is still pissed.
Oh, I bet she was fucking fuming.
You got to
she-
decompress from that one.
So she is pissed. So all of a sudden, the fire trucks come rolling up. The good guys.
Yeah, of course.
So they bring her roses.
Awesome.
So we got the birthday cake out and everything else. So she's still pissed, but not as bad.
Yeah.
So we're all done with the birthday thing, and the two of them are sitting at the fire pit. All of a sudden, funky music starts playing outside.
Let's go.
The bagpipers walk through.
No. You guys pulled out all
I didn't
the
bring my
stops.
iPad. Next time we meet, I'll show you the video.
Please do.
Yeah, but yeah, that's some to the limit we can go.
Oh, I love it. You Chicago guys aren't bad. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
and-
the bagpipers. That's game changer.
Oh, sometimes they look at me and it's like, how far you want to take this? I go, dude, we got it. But it's harder to do stuff now.
Yeah.
People have forgotten, people,
How to have fun.
how to
Yeah.
have fun,
Morale.
how to, relax and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Too politically correct.
and then we're presenting the flags in Chicago. We have 13 Gold Star families. And we have a New York fireman. He was in the towers on 9/11. So I knew Derek was in the towers. I didn't know the whole story. So we're presenting the flags, and it was an FBI agent in the audience. So we're talking, the agent's there, and Derek goes, we made it to the 23rd floor, and we met an Agent Hatton on the 23rd floor. Agent Hatton, BlackBerry worked, our radios didn't work. He gets them out of the towers. Agent Hatton goes back and is killed.
Oh man.
So the agent from Chicago contacted someone from New York. We get a call from New York, and they go, we know Agent Hatton died. We don't know the story. So we got the story to him, and I go, listen, we'll be in New York for 9/11 to raise the flags, and we would like to present a flag to the agent's family. So the FBI showed up. We had some Chicago agents come in, and his daughter, which was probably 2 years old at the time,
Right.
she got to hear that her dad was a hero.
Love it.
And I guess they named a Valor Award after her father.
Oh, I'm getting chills. That's awesome.
So that's what, and we like presenting the flags years later, because the first couple years, especially the first year, media is there, everything is there. And when we present the flags years later, it shows that we still remember.
Yeah. How special is that moment for you and like all the guys that go out there?
There's tears. There's, you know, when you go through the museum, or especially when you get guys who served in heavy combat, and they look at the towers, and this is what we did. Like I said earlier, that Gold Star Father, after 9/11, there was like a storefront filled with pictures of the people who died. And he's crying, and he goes, I know what my son died for.
Yeah.
And that meant a lot to him, that his son did not die in vain.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was at the Pentagon, I was on Nicole. I've been at the Pentagon. I've seen, what terrorism does.
Yeah.
And by doing this is I always have something going on in my head. Like right now, I'd like to do a Vets for Vets ride. And it would go from somewhere in Chicago with Corvettes, lay a wreath at the memorial on the river, and then end it in like Utica or over by Stav Rock.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a really fun,
Be badass.
a fun ride.
It'd be super cool. Absolutely. I've been to Ground Zero in the memorial, and it's quiet. It's eerie. You start reading the names, and you hear this woman's name and unborn baby. It just like it rips your heart out.
Oh.
And people still put roses in these names next to these names, and then all the pictures, they still have pictures up. I went to the museum, and it's moving.
Yeah.
It's moving. But the Corvette idea is pretty fucking badass. Driving with Private Malone.
Yeah. That's I get like a little hint. I was like, let's do this. And our biggest thing right now is we're going to sit down and do a long talk after September 11th about doing the 501c charity.
Yeah, you should.
And, but like our Navy SEAL had a charity, and you have to have the right people. You have to have the
100%.
right everything, because some people come in, we had a groupie at Ground Zero. Every year she would join us. And
Badge bunny.
yeah, a badge bunny. So one of the guys that I met there, he was Navy. His ribbon rack, we're like, this guy's not for real.
Like a North Korean general?
Yeah.
Where it just nothing but medals and medals and
Yeah.
medals and ribbons? Yeah.
So then after Abbey Gate came down, I got a call from his wife. And she goes, Byron would like to meet you up at O'Hare if you can make it.
Okay.
So I don't know where this guy fits in. Their thing is, they go in, they were in Ukraine, they were in Russia. They go in and get Americans out of places where we,
Yeah, where it's probably not logistically possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys make it happen. That's cool.
So he goes, I'm there with some of the Green Berets that were the horse soldiers.
Oh, and 12 Strong, movie 12
Yeah.
Strong? Yeah, okay.
So I'm like, this guy's
Legit.
legit. So him and his guys were in Afghanistan after we pulled out, getting Americans out.
No shit.
So Brian was always kind of quiet. He'd bring a couple people up. He would bring the SEALs up and, military guys up. And so this woman, our badge bunny, she goes, I don't want Brian here anymore. And I'm like, so that day I didn't see Brian on 9/11 2 years ago. And I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
He goes, well, she runs it, and she told me we weren't welcome there. I go, she doesn't run this.
Yeah.
So
You're always fucking welcome.
yeah, and we just talked recently. His guys are down in Mexico after they took out that cartel that had.
Oh, no shit. Down in Mexico when all that the conflict was going on
Yeah,
there?
getting
That shit was
Americans out.
nuts. What was he saying about that? Was it crazy?
Actually, we talked for about 30 seconds. He goes, Pat, extremely busy. What do you need?
Yeah.
And he was actually in Palestine after that one happened too.
Really?
Yeah, he is funny. He is really,
Good dude.
great dude. and another weird one, that night, one of the New York firemen he's walking back and he takes a picture. It's a New York chaplain hugging a Navy guy in uniform and a woman. I look at the picture. The Navy guy is crying. It's Brian.
Really?
Yeah. So the New York fire chaplain was consoling him.
No shit.
Yeah. So like I said, it totally, like I said, the road that I've been on, it's meeting you.
Yeah.
Like
I think
said,
everything happens for a reason, brother.
yeah, meeting you is like, in your story and everything else, it's, you're the real deal.
I don't know about that. I put my pants on one leg at a time, brother. Sometimes I still think I want to go back to Velcro shoes,
The thing is, when people,
Easier.
It's easier.
when people, he was shot, I'm like, where was this guy shot at?
In the face.
Yeah, like, where? What, your ass or
never know
what?
it. Yeah.
Like fucking, God, why am I
And that
blanking?
bullet took
Tom
such
Hanks.
a weird ride.
Oh, the bullet, yeah. Went through my throat, hit my C5, redirected, went up my back right shoulder, yeah.
I remember, I didn't realize how bad it was, when we met Karen, the head of nursing.
Yeah.
And
And I told her about it?
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah. Because, that's a kill zone, brother. Like, you don't, training in the military, training in law enforcement, if you're shooting for a lethal spot on someone's body, like heart and like in the face.
Yeah.
Like, I got shot literally in the kill zone. And the fact that I'm not paralyzed and able to, move from the neck down, and then also just the sheer fact of being alive
yeah.
is insane. I mean, I was given.
And you still look good,
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Just like you said, I got a fucking face for radio.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I, broke my fall with my face and just little things here and there. But
And
You had a great surgeon. You would
great
never
surgeon.
know.
Yeah, exactly. I know this is still original, ladies and gentlemen. No plastic surgery on this face. This nose is OG.
and on that side, I talked to a really, I got to call him up again. It was Officer French's partner.
Yeah, you told me that. I remember listening to that call. I remember listening to the dispatch, and I was moved to tears just to hear the dispatcher's voice. And when he's directing traffic, trying to get her to the hospital, I was gutted.
That guy was a 10.
10. Fantastic.
Yeah, that guy. And I met her partner. He was also shot in the head.
Yeah.
And he is one of the most positive guys you're ever going to meet. And it's just like everything is, this guy's got a built-in feel sorry for me. And
yeah, but he never uses it.
Never uses it.
I don't know, just something about going through something like that where it's life altering, where your life was almost just taken away from you, makes you appreciate things and see things in a different light. That life is too fucking short.
Perspective changes.
Oh, beyond.
And the growth that happens from it is insanity. Like, life is too short.
So short.
We know that.
Yeah.
Like, we knew that before. Now we know it.
Oh, yeah. Because there's always a part of you that you've been through how many fires, you've been through how many calls, you've been through how many fights. I'm invincible. I'm, like nothing can hurt me. And then that day comes, and the aftermath is just sometimes too much to handle. But I mean, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and you get through it, and you battle through it, and you fucking grind through it, and it changes you for the better, I think.
Oh yeah, like I said, the protected do not know.
Yeah. 100%. The true reality of the job, they have no fucking clue of what happens to the mental psyche, to your body, to your family. Everyone kind of gets the brunt of that, whoever's connected to that first responder or military member.
Yeah, and especially military members that have we met a kid that had major brain trauma. He was at a VA hospital, and they weren't doing much for him. So Northwestern Rehab took him in, and they said he never walked. He walked 50 feet out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And, the father, everyone, but this kid is going to be so much long-term care.
Yeah.
That, That's what I mean. That's what's got to be taught. This is got to. Someone calls you a name. Someone did this.
Yeah.
Dude, get over it.
It's not in your control. Who fucking cares? Focus on what you can control. That's your only focus. If someone says something you don't like or someone does something you don't like, fucking brush that shit off because it has zero effect on you. Because if it's out of your control, let it fucking go.
We were at a shooting, and it was a guy in the passenger seat, girl in the driver's seat. She's 17. She's shot in the head. The driver skimmed in the neck, and we pull up, and it was like a shark feeding frenzy. People are screaming, yelling.
Oh, chaos.
And no police there yet. So we get there, and someone grabs me and goes, "She's pregnant."
Oh, fuck.
So I go over to the other side. Me and another fireman pull her out, and ambulance shows up. 2 young cops show up, and they are just totally overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And so we load her in the ambulance, and the ambulance is sticking around. They're trying to. I got all my guys in the ambulance. They're giving CPR. They're pumping her. The ambulance isn't leaving. Well, these people now took their anger. Why aren't we leaving?
Yeah.
So I'm getting called every name in a book, and that's what I mean. And that baby lived for 6 months.
Oh.
But what I mean is, so, if that's the worst thing in your life, someone called you a name, or you thought you were slighted,
Right.
get over it.
There's so much more to life, and a little exercise people can try, and I think it works, and people should look at it, is take a seat and realize what you have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Look around you. Do you have a house over your head? Yes. Do you have a car you can drive? Yes. Do you have food on your table? Absolutely. Do your kids have food? Do your kids have clothes? Life is a lot better than you think, and people only hyper-focus on the negative. No one takes the time to hyper-focus on the positive. Change the way you view things. Change the way you see life. Just because someone cut you off on the expressway doesn't mean you're going to have a bad fucking day. That means that dude's having a bad day, and you let that person have their bad day. Don't let outside forces change internal.
I would see these signs going, "Help starving children." I'm like, I've never seen a starving kid in the United States. They're usually 20, 30 pounds overweight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah, and we have Charmin toilet paper. I've been in places you shit in a freaking hole, and you better hope you have
A
something.
leaf.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
And I'm like, what? What are you complaining about, dude? It's like I gave the psych professor at a university asked me to speak. So I read that letter from the Iwo Jima Marine. And I'm like, this kid was 20 years old. 20. Put yourself back to being 20.
Oh, as a child.
And you're with 300 of your best friends. You're hanging out together.
Yeah.
And you only walk off with 4.
That's insane. Do you know what that does to somebody?
Read the letter, rest of it later. He talks about the nightmares.
Yeah.
And
the survivor's guilt and all that comes with it. You're a child.
Yeah.
You're 20 years old.
You're 20.
20.
And that, like I said, the road that I've been down is just everything,
Yeah.
And another bizarre one. You ready?
I'm listening, brother.
So we're over Afghanistan. I find this old newspaper in the jet. So I'm looking at it. It was a little girl had terminal leukemia 10 years ago.
Okay.
So her and her mother put a sign in the window, "Send pizzas." No pizzas came for 2 days. The third day, 250 pizzas hit the hospital.
Let's go.
So I'm like, dude, that's freaking awesome.
Sick.
So the girl's name was Hazel. Her nickname was Hazelnut. So it's something I always wanted to do. So I made an Oakland fireman, used to be a nurse at Christ. He goes, dude, let's do it. So we got all the police and fire. Hope Hospital approved it. So we had that day, all the kids put "Send pizza" signs in the window.
Yeah.
So we worked with Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're in too.
Oh, I bet.
So it was just so cool. I'll back up a second. A guy I grew up with, his daughter had leukemia
Okay.
15 plus years ago. So she loved pickles. So I would go to Fulton Street Market in Chicago, the wholesaler, and I would every week or so I'd pick up 5 gallons of pickles.
No shit.
And she'd be like overwhelmed, like, "Oh my God,
This
pickles!"
is the best day ever. Yeah.
So it was more of a gag. So I haven't seen her in 20 years, 15 years.
Okay.
So we're loading a cart of pizzas up. We're going up to second floor. The elevator door opens. She gets off the elevator.
No shit.
Yeah. She is the head of the floor nurse for the children's ward at Christ.
No shit.
Yeah. And so last time I just seen her, it was a gallon of pickles.
Yeah.
So I'm working with some undercover nurses. So we're going to be leaving pickle jars on her desk once a month.
Love it. Love it. I love it. That's awesome.
So I have her in my phone thing as Amy Pickle.
Amy Pickle. That reminds me of the Rugrats.
Yeah.
So
I miss the
we're-
Rugrats.
So we're dropping pizzas off this year at Hope. And this guy, beard, tough looking guy, long hair and everything. His daughters, we give their pizza. She's, you could tell she's sick. And he walks out. He goes, "Can I talk to you?" He goes, "I'm like, sure." He goes, "I'm tacking the 4th District." And it meant so much to me that his daughter, and we had Oklahoma Police and Fire, Chicago Police and Fire. We had Chicago Ridge Police. It did just as much for the police and firemen to see what
Yes.
we do. This was one of the moments that they will remember for their career.
I think they get more out of it than the kids do.
Yeah.
I used to get it, like, we used to shop with the cop and all that stuff. Like, I loved that stuff. Like, seeing the look on those kids' faces, it filled my soul. I love that stuff.
And, that's so if there's anyone out there from University of Chicago or the 2 children's hospitals in Chicago, we call it Operation Hazelnut. And I would read this little girl's story and this bothers me. When she was dying, she told her family's there, and she goes, "I don't want to miss the party."
Oh, man.
And it just blew me away. It was just
Yeah.
like, and I sat there multiple times trying to write a letter to the mother that we named this Operation Hazelnut after her daughter.
That's hard
Yeah.
to write, because there's no words on there.
Yeah.
To like, that's how I would feel writing it. Like, there's no words that I can put on paper that would show you how I feel or how special she was.
And, I just hope that they're not offended or anything by what we did.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a great honor, brother. And I think it's a great idea. That's
Yeah.
awesome, buddy.
So, like I said, I'm running out of ideas. Like I said, our police class, we're going to do a workout class. Thanks to Fifth Third Bank, we do a financial class
Okay. That's awesome.
with the kids before they go to boot camp. And the scary thing is, we first started off talking about like stock savings.
Yeah.
These kids, no fault of their own, and Americans in general are illiterate when it comes to finance.
Well, because they don't teach it. We teach
Yeah.
fucking stupid shit in school. We're not teaching our kids the things that they actually need to know. How
Yeah.
to balance your checkbook, how to, save, how to put in your 401k. Like, that's some of the things that we need to start teaching our children.
Yeah. These kids did not even know what a credit score was.
That's scary. So that's a fantastic program you guys have in place.
Yeah, well, yeah, and now, like I said, we're just trying to see where do we have to start off at, because these kids, like I said, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I've done very well financially,
Yeah.
and you don't need an MBA from Harvard to make it.
No.
You're probably better off because you're about $500,000 in debt
Yeah.
from Harvard MBA.
Yeah.
So I met plumbers that are millionaires.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't take much to have a comfortable life in this country.
No. What means, like, what do you need? What do you need and what do you want?
Yeah. And,
Right? There's a difference.
and some self-sacrifice. Like, why do you want to buy this? I have a family member that just bought a car at $20,000. Their interest rate is 20-some% over 7 years.
Murdered.
That $20,000 car is $60,000.
Yep. Be smart. And that's the thing too. It's like materials. That's not being materialistic in life is not going to bring you happiness. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah.
That I know the relationships, rich relationships, the relationships you form with your family, with your loved ones, your friends, that's what matters. That's what true wealth is, in my opinion. Is it nice to have a nice retirement plan? Absolutely, as you should be, and as you should do, but live within your means. You know, stop watching these fucking celebrities and they're going around with Lamborghinis and you think you need this shit. That shit's not going to make you fucking happy.
There's a book I recommend. It's called A Millionaire Next Door.
Yeah.
And it just breaks it down. It goes, the guy you see pull up on Rush Street with a Porsche.
Yep.
He's got the fake Rolex on. The Porsche is getting ready to be repossessed.
Yep.
And the plumber is going through the back door.
Yeah, driving a fucking 99 Toyota Corolla. Yeah.
He's the multimillionaire.
Yep.
And I get a kick out of it. You know, like I said, I work white collar, blue collar, and green. And I just see the attitudes of some people.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, so I just left truck 11, busiest. We worked the Robert Taylor. I'm a squad 1. I was detailed to a firehouse next to a bar. So this girl, we're talking, and she goes, "Oh, I always wanted to be a fireman." And so I see her boyfriend on the trading floor, and he goes, "Hey, that's all she's talking about."
Yeah.
So I take her in the Robert Taylor. So we're driving to a fire. She grabs my arm. She's like, "This is the most exciting day of my life."
Yeah.
I'm like, so we pull up, we go to the fire, and so she's left in a fire truck, and all the young black girls are feeling her hair. They're like, how, you know, they thought she took an iron.
Yeah.
And they
Smooth out her hair.
smoothed out the hair. So, you know, and when she walked in the firehouse, she's wearing a sundress. She baked us some English pastries.
Uh-huh.
So I find out she's from Kenilworth. Her dad, they own a big brokerage firm at the Board of Trade.
Okay.
So about 3-4 months later, this guy walks up to me. He's looking at me like really funny. He goes, "Are you Pat McCauley?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. Can I help you?" He goes, "Don't you ever take my daughter again into the project."
You took her to the projects. Oh, buddy.
But it was like I said, that was I went to the wedding and everything, but that was, she, you know, that was the height of her life was.
That's so cool, brother. Yeah. Change your life too. All right. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to get right back at it. All right.
Okay.
You were telling me a story off camera that you wanted to talk about the Marines.
So some guys I went to boot camp and served in the Marine Corps with, served and were killed in Beirut.
Okay.
And so every year I'd look them up, you know, I'd look up and a couple years ago, Mekat that was killed, his sister wrote a book. And so I buy the book and I'm like, you know, they're from West Virginia and I want to, I'd like to get a flag out to, you know, it was personal for me to get a flag to his sister. So I called the Hinton, West Virginia Fire Department.
Okay.
And they're like, "Can we help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking for Mekat camera." And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, so I tell them. So they get me in contact with a cousin that knows a cousin that knew someone that's cousins owns a hardware store.
Okay.
So I finally get in contact and I get the number. And so I send her pictures of her brother and I in boot camp. So she doesn't think I'm some type of
crazy. Yeah.
So we go out there and we go to you know, we're going to present the flag. So this is a letter that she wrote, you know, back to us. "With grateful heart, please accept my sincere appreciation and love for each one of you. I received the flag that was flown in combat and raised on September 11th, 2017. I would like to thank all the aircrew members, FDNY, NYPD, and the FBI that made this possible. Thank you for honoring our fallen heroes, especially my fallen brother, USMC Sergeant Mekat Camera. He was killed in Beirut bombing October 23rd, 1983, along with 240 Marines. Thank you for your love, devotion to our fallen heroes in our great country."
That's beautiful.
So, like I said, it all came back when we presented. So her and I are really good friends and stuff like that.
Love it.
So, but one of the Beirut Marines, his name is Rusty. Total good old boy. Every time I see him, I get a quart of moonshine.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Love it.
Real deal. Missing a couple teeth. He's like, "Bet." I'm like, "What's up, Russ?" He goes, "I'm gonna lay in the back of the truck, hold the gear down, and you're gonna drive." So I'm like, "Okay." I get in this pickup truck. There's not a straight road in West Virginia.
Okay.
I hit the brakes. There's no brakes. I'm like, "Dude, Rusty, there's no brakes." He's just back there laughing. So a couple months ago, I'm talking to him. He goes, "Bet, I got in a little accident." I'm like, "What happened, Russ?" He goes, "I got the pickup truck, new one, and new old one, I should say."
Yeah.
So he goes, "I got the kid in the back holding the bricks down in the back of the truck." He goes, "I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden I watch my front tire pass me up."
Oh, man.
So he crashes into the side of the mountain. This guy, he's got like 500 lives.
How was the kid in the back? Was he okay?
He didn't say.
Okay. I'm assuming he was good.
But he survived Beirut, everything. So, just the kind of person that would give you anything you
shirt off his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you look and you're like, these are the real people.
Yeah.
This kid, he was 20 years old when Beirut happened.
Yeah.
And like I said, these are the stories that need to be told.
Agreed.
And but
I do have a question for you.
yeah,
You ready for it?
go.
How was the moonshine?
Oh, it's an apple. Oh, it's good.
Oh,
it's good.
Like an apple pie one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good. I'll make sure I'll bring some back.
Oh god, that shit's dangerous.
So dangerous.
I was in South Carolina. We went to a party and they had like watermelon moonshine. You just scoop out things of water. I blacked out.
Yes, it's
I'm like,
ever clear.
Yeah, I'm like, this is fine. I'm good. Like I'm drinking all night and I'm eating the watermelon, and then all of a sudden, like I wake up and like, what the fuck happened? Puking.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, you get together with these people and they are fantastic.
Love it. Salt of the earth, brother.
Yeah.
True Americans, man. True Americans.
And we have very little social media, but one of our social media is actually on YouTube. WGN came out and filmed it.
Okay.
It was a combat Marine, Vietnam, terminal brain cancer. And they call us up and they're like, "Hey, can you help with stuff?" And his daughter's supposed to get married in the spring. He's not going to make it.
Oh, man.
So we're kind of like, we have to have this done sooner than later. So there's a little disagreement. So we're like, we got to get this done because. So anyways, we get the Marines, we get the fire, we get everything. And it's a wildlife refuge out in Lockport. And
I know where it's at.
The
Yeah.
Wolf Farm.
The Wolf Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we called WGN up, and so they came out and filmed it. And the Marines walked Jim down the aisle. He actually danced with his daughter.
Oh, amazing.
And it was that day he had a great day.
Yeah.
So to look it up, just go to Marine's Last Wish on YouTube.
Okay.
And he died 8 days later.
Oh my God.
But that day was a day that he was healthy.
Yeah. You would never notice.
Yeah. You know he was sick, but that day he was not in pain. Nothing happened. And like I said, he got to enjoy his daughter. He got to enjoy the Marines. So it was a great day.
That's badass. And then I guarantee his daughter, that was a special day for his daughter.
Yeah.
To have your dad be able to actually walk you down. Now.
Yeah.
I know. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I my wedding, my grandfather missed my wedding. He died a few months before. And not having him there, it was heavy.
Yeah.
It was heavy because he was like a big portion of my life. So you guys were able to give her a gift that.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to. I might actually go out to Rhode Island. We present, if everything works out, to present this flag to this
Very cool.
Gold Star family that lost their daughter.
Very cool.
So
Very cool, brother. I love it.
What about Meg? We got to hear Meg's story.
Let's hear Meg's story. Meg, do you have a story for us?
Which one? What are you referring to?
Well, I have a quick Meg story.
Oh, let's hear the Meg
Yeah.
story.
She's heard this one before.
Oh, I know.
So her little brother, which is about 6-something right now.
Okay.
So he's in a little,
Not so little.
yeah. So he's less than a year old. He's sitting in like that little chair that they swing back and forth, and everyone's in the living room. I come back from the bathroom, so Megan's looking around. She's like this. What's the age difference?
I'm 4.5 years older.
Yeah. So she's looking around, and all of a sudden, boom! Punched David right in the face. David starts crying, and here's
Little Meg.
Meg's mom, Kim's going, "Why is David crying?" Here's Megan. "I don't know."
I don't know.
I don't know.
That innocent face, look at like
Just like
I
she's
don't
I don't know.
So I guess I was always,
A little bit of a rebel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then David got big.
yeah. And
Doesn't happen anymore.
my mom would always say, he's going to be bigger than you one day. He's going to be bigger than you one day. One day he was bigger than me and I got my ass beat. So we haven't fought since.
Those ass whoopings stopped.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
ass whoopings stopped.
Physics took over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have planned for the future? Anything big? Anything exciting that's coming
we
up?
got 9/11. The fall we'll do Operation Hazelnut. Right now I got to sit down with CPD, and we're going to do another police class coming up.
Love it.
Actually,
You better call me for that. I'll help out if you need
Yeah.
help.
the other one, our last workout we did with these kids, we had 130 kids. So if you guys want to come out for
Please,
that.
yeah, I'd love to.
And what was great was we beat the shit out of these kids. I mean, and we did a cookout afterwards, and the recruiters go, they were all sleeping in the car on the way home.
That's just like a precursor to what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, right. This is nothing.
And so, like I said, the Corvette thing, we'd like to do an experiment, maybe take 10 Corvettes out
Yeah.
to Starve Rock and see how that would work out. A lot of it's to bring awareness of what people have done,
Yeah.
and hopefully we get the 3 resolutions. And anyone who hears this, call your state rep. And we've been endorsed by FOP from Chicago. The other group that's been fantastic is the Police Sergeants Association.
Oh, very cool.
And then our union local 2 has endorsed it. I thought this was going to be a very easy project, but, I guess when you get politics involved.
Oh, brother, yeah. They always muddy the waters.
Yeah. And so that, we did start a little thing of a mentorship group. So if a kid wants to do something, gets out of the military, and you have an idea you want to do it, but you know nothing about it,
Mhm.
and you don't know if you're going to like it, we'll find somebody in a career field for you to talk to.
Very cool.
And we had another recon Marine. She's looking at me like, so anyways, he wanted to be a PA,
Okay.
and he didn't like it, working in an office. So now he just finished up paramedic school. And so I think he's going to go down the fireman route.
Oh, very cool.
So, it's like you want to do something in life
Yeah.
and you have an idea, but you've never talked to anybody.
Sample it. Give him a little sample size. I mean, he could have just went for PA, he's not going to like it.
Yeah.
And then fucking hate it. And then you just spent all those years and money in school for
Yeah.
nothing.
There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of people who are down that route.
Yeah, for sure.
And the other thing is this going to be a viable job going forward?
Yeah.
I mean, we have AI, we have all the stuff coming up. Is this job going to be around? We have a whole shitload of pilots. So we have kids, military members that get out of, being pilots in the military. I want to join the airlines.
Yeah.
Here, we have someone for you to talk to.
That's awesome. Very
It's
cool.
great because not everybody had that person to go to or that mentor to tell you what you needed to do. Like I didn't
Yeah.
in the fire
Right.
service. I had to kind of figure it out. So to be able to give that back and hey, call this person, go here. You got to do this. You got to, go to EMT school, go to medic school, go to fire.
Yeah, lay out the plan for 'em, yeah.
Lay out the plan to help make it a little bit easier because you're coming out of, you're having to rehabilitate rehabilitate, reacclimate to civilian life,
Yeah.
which is not an easy thing to do.
No.
So if somebody is there to help make things a little bit
Easier for that
easier
transition.
for
Yeah.
that transition, like it's a great thing that you started.
Tom, you're talking earlier. You went to criminal justice. I talked to kids going, I'm taking fire science classes.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't you in EMT school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking a fire science.
You don't need your degree.
Yeah,
You can get
right.
that later.
You know,
Right.
what,
So why not
So-
give those people that wealth of knowledge and help them kind of
instead of wasting 4 years.
Exactly.
Like I said, we have a pilot who was on Marine One that if a helo guy gets out, we'll have him talk to him on what he's got to do to go to the airlines.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have so many pilots and everything else, and but and the other thing, no one's taking your job, no one's taking my job. Kind of a bigger suburban apartment. They told me that their last exam, they say if 500 show up, they had 14.
Yeah. It's getting bad for testing.
Yeah,
It's getting really bad.
and these are, and I go on a vacation with my corporate buddies once a year, and all I hear from them is, "You suck. You have a pension." So these guys are relying on their 401k.
Right to perform.
Yeah, they're 50 years old, and they're worried if they get laid off, they're screwed.
Yeah.
And so I go, I don't have a pension. They're like, yes, you do. I go, no, I got pensions.
Plural, motherfucker.
They go, you really suck now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But that the thing too that people need to understand and realize is that mental health, physical health is so important that a lot of these firefighters and police officers that do collect their pension, and by the time they do retire, that they didn't take care of themselves physically and mentally, they're not collecting for a long time.
No.
And that's so important in this career to take care of yourself. Eat better. Stop eating the trash. Start eating cleaner. Start working out. Work on your mental health. Work on your physical health. You put all that time, effort into your pension. Enjoy it.
Well, him and I became very good friends. He's retired from SEAL Team 4. He lives in Hawaii. And part of our retirement is the adrenaline. It's a drug. He goes,
Oh, absolutely. Adrenaline junkies. Yeah, it's the thing.
yeah, he goes, it's part of our, you're known as Dom the Cop.
Yeah.
And, and the higher you go up, the harder it is to walk away.
Yeah.
And every job I had was very adrenaline driven, be it the military, be it the Board of Trade, be it fire. And it's hard. I look back, I did 32 years, and I look back, I should have done my 29 in a day.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. And Sergio is like, he goes, and we had this serious conversation. And I'd love, I go, we should do a podcast with what we're talking about now about, there's 10,000 boomers retiring a day.
Yeah.
And how many are police, fire, and military? And when you walk off from that job, how many times you wish, man, I wish I had my gun. Or I wish I had my badge.
Yeah.
If somebody cuts you off, someone does this, and you lose part of that. You're no longer part of the story. You're no longer part of, and I tell people, when you're new on the job, you took that sticker off of the guy's name that you put your stuff in that locker.
For sure. Someone took my locker at my PD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's very hard to walk away from. And he goes, I have guys that can't let it go. They're doing contracting work. They're doing this. They're doing that. He had a guy that got blown up by an ID as a contractor. But you have to embrace life. You have to
100%.
go. It's a new faction. I'm loving it. I'm
Yeah.
loving.
It should be treated as like a new chapter in your book
Yeah.
of your life. Like, yes, is that chapter over? Is it closed? Absolutely. Are you going to miss it? 100%. But you look back on it fondly of the people you've touched, and you've touched hundreds. And then the people that are connected to that person, you've touched them because you helped them out in a situation of need. 100%. And that's how you should look back. You should look back on it fondly. And that's how I look back on my career. At first, it didn't go that way for me because it was like taken away from me.
Yeah.
But I've come to kind of peace with it because I'm on a different chapter of my life now. It's not the same, but it could be just as fulfilling or even more so now. And I get to talk to people like you, and I get to talk to people like Megan and all these other people, and it's just inspirational.
I also look at it, when you're 18, you had your health.
Yeah.
Now you have your health and money.
Money and a different mindset.
Yeah.
And a different mindset.
And every year now for the last 5 years on my birthday, I go parachuting. Is there anyone want to join?
I don't know about that. She's talking about
I'll
going.
jump. I gotta get past this next hurdle, but yeah, I'll jump again.
She's jumping.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'll tell you what, I love adrenaline, but I still get huge butterflies when the plane door opens. You're
Oh,
like,
Good.
yeah.
That's
you're
good.
Like, you're like, whoa, so it like I said, live life. And you said it all, I just was talking to a bagpiper. They were playing an officer's funeral. He never retired.
Yeah.
He never, and believe it or not, the world does not stop when we get off the job.
No, man, it does not. We had a Will County, I think it was a Will County sheriff. He was like 73. He got divorced, hated his ex-wife, didn't want her to take part of his medical or his pension. So he just stayed on the job. And then he was hit by a motor. He was on his motorcycle, got hit and was killed. I believe that's the story what was told. And he never, ever got to enjoy retirement because of fucking bullshit.
Yeah. It's like I said, you have to live life.
Yes.
You have to go out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I just drove a thing called Tail of the Dragon.
Okay.
And
It sounds like a drug. Were you smoking?
Oh no, it's between Tennessee and North Carolina.
Okay.
It's
In the mountains?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I've driven it in the snow. It's scary as fuck.
It's 318 curves
Yeah.
and 11 miles.
Oh.
And the curves aren't they're switchbacks. And I watched the video. There's Ferraris tipped over. There's no, once you're on this road, there's
No turn back.
There's no turning back, and there's no driveways or anything. So I did that twice, and then I did another row with 300 and some 8 curves. I was literally brain dead,
Oh, yeah.
and I was just like,
White knuckled.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the one bar has got looks like a huge Christmas tree made out of motorcycle parts.
Oh, shit.
So I meet a cop. He owns a T-shirt store down there, and he goes, "You got to keep it between the mustard and the mayo."
Got it, brother.
The white and the
The
yellow
white and
lines.
yellow lights.
So, the speed limit's 30. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I was doing under
We're going 30.
Yeah.
We're going 30 and below.
Yeah. So you got done. You're just like, wow. And I don't get it. These kids that stay in the basement, do all this stuff. There's so much to do. There's so much
more to life than just video games and TV and internet and social media. Go out in nature, enjoy your life,
and
be present.
The other one is last. I tell people, you go to a grocery store now, and when we were younger, you'd see the Korea World War II guys. Now you see the Vietnam guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing their hat.
Yep. Proud.
They served in the military, let's say, for 2 years. And they did a year in country. They raised their kids. They worked their job for 30 years. But that time when they were 18, that life sucked, is what they're proud of.
Yep.
And they wear their hat. So we worked with a manager 2 years ago from Mariano's. So we kind of stole the idea from Home Depot. At the Mariano's on 111th and Oak Lawn, we got veteran parking.
Love it.
And his father served a couple tours in Vietnam.
Very cool.
So, but I think we're
There.
another time, another place.
Yeah, brother, we'll have to have you back on the podcast. If someone wants to help out, someone wants to donate to your guys' organization, where do they go?
Actually, we'll have to.
We'll do that.
We'll come up with an email later. The only thing we would like people to do, we'll get an address if you don't mind later on.
Yeah.
It'll be a flag company in Texas.
Okay.
So if they want to buy a flag,
Love it.
and these flags will go to. We actually last year, most of the flags went to military. The 3 flags went to 3 Chicago police officers that were killed in the line of duty,
Okay.
and 1 was for an Illinois state trooper.
Awesome.
So if someone wants to donate money. You know, we'll get them right in touch with the flag company.
Love it.
So this way they would.
I'll take that link for that flag company and I'll put it in the description. You guys can find it in the description.
Okay.
Any last words you want to part with? Anything
No,
you want to
this
let everyone know?
went pretty good. I should shut up more often.
No,
you know?
brother, you did fantastic. You did fantastic. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
And we got to get you some police stuff here. There's more fire shit down here than.
He filled out the
I-
wrong
I-
It's, the
application.
firefighters like
Hey,
to,
you know,
how the firefighters are. They like to feel like they're special and
Well,
in all their shit.
You will not find any fire department anything out around in my house.
I think deep inside you're a closet fireman.
I actually wanted to be a firefighter. Did I tell you that? So after high school, I went and did my EMTB, and then something about law enforcement. My dad was a military police officer in the Army.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm going to be a cop. I'm just going to be a cop. And I went into the Coast Guard and got military experience.
What made you pick Coast Guard?
So I've always wanted to serve. I wanted to go in the Army. I wanted to go in the Marines. I actually almost went into the Marines after high school. I was like 17 years old. My mom fucking had a conniption. She pulled my grandfather. She knew she pulled in the big dog to come talk me out of it. She did. I got a tattoo and compromised. And then something just kept grabbing at me. I have to serve. I have to do something. I was talking to the Army recruiter. I was talking to a bunch of recruiters. I'm like, all right, what can I do? I was like, you know what? The Coast Guard, they have a bunch of cool shit. They do drug interdiction in the Caribbean. You know, we've served in every military conflict. We are the longest naval going sea service in America. Fuck you, Navy. Just joking. Love you. But it just, their mission was cool. You know, we do search and rescue. You know, there's polar rollers. They have like marine biologists, or they have the marine, like they do research for other shit. I mean, they have air crews. They have everything. It's so cool. So I was like, fuck it, Coast Guard. So I looked into the Coast Guard, basically begged my recruiter because the recruiting was so hot. They weren't taking anyone. She got me in last second, and then the rest was history, brothers.
What'd Mom say?
She cried, and she's like, tell my dad, you need to talk him out of it. He's like, what the fuck am I going to say? He's like, I joined the Army. He's like, I can't tell him to do anything. So my dad served. My great-grandfather served. My great-uncle served. My great-grandfather was on the Arizona before Pearl Harbor.
Oh, wow.
Just lineage. My two cousins. My one cousin went to West Point. He was in missile defense. This dude loved his spot so much he got out as a commissioned officer and then rejoined as a warrant officer just so he could stick with his guys at his unit. My other cousin, she went to not Notre Dame. What's
St. Mary's?
St. Mary's. She became a social worker, worked for the Peace Corps. Then she went into the Army as a social worker. She married, I think, a corpsman who was attached to like SEALs and stuff. And now they have a daughter. So it just come from a long line of, you know, military. And then I saw 9/11 happen, and I wanted to fucking do something. That's another thing. So I played high school football. And when I played high school football, I had an old Ground Zero shirt. And it's the firefighters raising the flag at Ground Zero, and I would wear that to every single football game. Every single game, it would be under my my pads. That's the shirt I wore. So
Actually, one of the flags, it wasn't the famous one of the raising the flags. It was of a New York fireman on a ladder putting a flag up on a street post at Ground Zero.
no shit. Love it.
And so Chris and Danny, both FDNY, they were part of the 69th unit so they were in Iraq. They hit an ID. Chris died. Danny lived. And we presented the flag to his firehouse at Ground Zero.
No shit.
Yeah. So like I said, we actually have a lieutenant that we're going to present his flag that his father was killed at Ground Zero.
You guys are doing some awesome things,
Yeah.
brother. You really are. I appreciate
Like
that.
I said, you know, someday we'll have the R-rated version of our stories.
I'm excited for that episode, brother.
Yeah, so
Gloves will come off.
We got to wait for the statute of limitations to get over with.
And I've heard Pat. Listen, you guys. Pat has stories for days. He literally gave you guys the PG version.
This is the intro.
This is the intro to what's really going to happen. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode of Beyond the Dispatch. Thank you so much. Leave a comment in the comment section what you guys liked. Hit that like, subscribe button. Follow us on socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. We're on all of them. Reach out to us, you guys. We want to hear what you have to say, and we appreciate Pat, and we appreciate Megan for coming on the show. Megan, you have anything you want to say?
you guys did really good.
Catch you guys in the
And I
next
only
one.
had one mess up with this computer.
If the episode's completely fucked, it's Megan's fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault. You can blame me.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Next, we'll talk about Megan stories.
Hell yeah, she'll be on the show next.
Yeah, maybe.